Can all birds fly?
No, some birds cannot fly. Others almost never fly.
Uh-huh. What do all birds have?
All bird has feathers.
How is a bird's body arranged differently than ours?
Its legs are in the middle of its body.
Why are birds light?
Its bones are hollow.
Do birds have arms?
No, they have wings.
Why do birds need strong legs?
Strong legs help them take off and land.
What does the albatross spend its time doing?
The albatross spends almost all its time flying over the sea.
Mhm. Does it usually work hard to fly?
No, it usually glides.
How does man fly?
Man needs a machine like an airplane to fly.
Okay, what can you see on the power lines?
A row of house swallows.
The next day, can you still see swallows on the wire?
No, there's no swallows.
Where did all the swallows go?
They went south,
Okay, so they.
migrated.
Why do swallows and many other birds migrate?
In winter, there are very few bugs around. There are also very few seeds left. The swallows must go south to find food.
So what kind of food is hard to find?
Bugs and seeds.
Why are birds happier flying south in the winter?
The birds can find food like bugs and seeds. There's no snow, no cold winds threatens them.
Where do the house swallows fly when they leave Korea?
Every autumn they fly from Korea to Thailand or Myanmar.
How far do they fly for the round trip?
That's a total of about 7,400 kilometers for the round trip.
How many kinds of cuckoo birds are there?
There are 79 kinds of cuckoo.
How does the cuckoo's call sound different to Americans and Koreans?
Americans and Europeans hear cuckoo. Koreans hear cuckoo.
Okay, what size are cuckoo birds?
Some cuckoos are big and some are small.
Where do cuckoo birds live?
Some live in forests, some live in grassland.
Does the cuckoo call as it flies?
Yes, in spring it also calls as it flies.
Do all birds call while they are flying?
No, few birds call while they are flying.
Why are cuckoos bad parents?
They do not raise their own children.
And what happens if the cuckoo lays eggs in a small bird's nest?
Then the baby cuckoo pushes the other birds' babies out of the nest.
Are all cuckoo birds bad parents?
No, not all cuckoos do this, but the common cuckoo does. Some cuckoos are big and some live in forests, some live in grassland. The common cuckoo, the one that we find easily in Korea, usually lives in trees. Sometimes we can find it on power lines. In spring, it sits there and calls cuckoo, cuckoo. It also calls as it flies. Few birds call while they're flying. It's lovely to hear the call of the cuckoo in spring. Then we know that spring has really arrived. It's time to. What makes a bird? What is a bird? That's easy to answer. You say it's a warm-blooded animal. It flies. You're wrong. True, it's warm-blooded, but not all birds fly. Some birds cannot fly. Others almost never fly. The correct answer is the bird has feathers. Feathers can help birds to fly. Also, a bird has its own kind of bone structure. A bird's bones are arranged differently from ours. A bird has a balanced body, so its legs are in the middle of its body. In addition, a bird is light. Its bones are hollow. Hollow bones are lighter than solid bones. Our bones are solid. We don't need to fly. Birds need light bones. We have arms. A bird has wings. Our bodies are long. Birds have short bodies. That's good for flying. Birds need strong legs. Strong legs help them take off and land. Some birds fly almost all the time. It rests on the sea. Its body is right for such a life. Its wings are long and narrow. That makes gliding easy. A bird's body is a wonderful machine. Man needs a machine like an airplane to fly. The common cuckoo, the one that we find easily in Korea, usually lives in trees. Sometimes we can find it on power lines. In spring, it sits there and calls and calls. Cuckoo, cuckoo. It also calls as it flies. Few birds call while they are flying. It's lovely to hear the call of the cuckoo in spring. Then we know that spring has really arrived. But cuckoos are very bad parents. They do not raise their own children. They lay their eggs in the nest of other birds. Then they just fly away. Sometimes they lay their eggs in the nest of much smaller birds. Then the baby cuckoo pushes the other birds' babies out of the nest. Even then, the smaller bird has a very hard time feeding the cuckoo baby. Not all cuckoos do this, but the common cuckoo does. So do many other species. Only a few species of cuckoos are good parents.